So for anybody out there who's leading anything, if you want to build trust in your followers, I think this is a good place to start. And when I say a good place to start, I want us to start with his first one, what he calls character. And I want to just give a nod back really to the way you and I have talked about this for a long time, Mark. We talk about the iceberg as being a really good picture of leadership. If you remember the iceberg from elementary school, anyone listening, I think it was 90% of the mass is below the waterline, 10% above. Some of the things we're going to talk about today on Jack's list are above the waterline. The character piece is the below the waterline piece. And to me, Mark, this is the one that will ultimately sink your leadership if you don't have it in place. Character is so important for a leader. I'll say a couple things here. I think most people think that character implodes on a leader, meaning I did something stupid and I blew up my leadership. I'm not sure that's the way it happened. I don't think it implodes. I think it erodes. I think I have this little small area of I'm just going to overlook that, and then it grows and I don't get back to where I'm supposed to be. And I don't make those adjustments when I'm supposed to make them. And the next thing you know, day after day after day, I'm just getting further and further away from my we'll call it our true north. And if that happens and our character erodes over time, you say it this way, Mark, or you've said it this way for years. If your heart's not right, nobody really cares about your skills or any of this other stuff that we're going to talk about. It really is a matter of our heart. And so I want you to do something here for me. Jack's given a list of integrity, humility, transparency. There's some good things under his core character traits. We would agree with all those. You said a minute ago, don't lie, don't cheat, don't steal. I wouldn't want anybody on our team to lie, cheat, and steal. But when we start thinking about leaders, Mark, there's a different level here, and you've written about this. And so I'd love for you to give us that list of leader, what we call heart habits, that I think any leader can not only build their character, but it's going to ultimately avalanche trust. I mean, it's going to grow in spades if we get these heart habits right, and our hearts are really right. So can you take us down that road of those heart habits?
I can, and I'll say we wrote about these in more detail in Uncommon Greatness, and this is under a leadership fundamental called Embody a Leader's Heart. And I'll just give them to you quickly because we got a lot of things we want to cover today. But the first is to hunger for wisdom. Leaders understand that they don't know it all. And the best leaders are lifelong learners. And I think that's born of this hunger for wisdom. Second, they expect the best. They have an optimistic spirit. It's really hard to get folks to follow a pessimistic leader because we're dealers in hope, right? We're trying to convince people we want to move towards a preferred future. So we need a spirit of optimism. The third heart habit is these uncommon leaders accept responsibility. They don't blame others. Now, if things go well, they're really quick to give praise and give credit. But when things go wrong on their watch, they own it. Next is they respond with courage. Everything we do, virtually everything we do as a leader requires some courage, maybe just a little bit or maybe a lot. But leaders, the best leaders, these uncommon leaders, they respond with courage. And then fifth and finally, they think others first. And this is not our natural instinct for most of us as human beings, but you can cultivate the ability to think others first. And the men and women that we would like to follow our lead really are interested in the fact whether you're a serving leader or a self-serving leader. So those heart habits are character traits that we believe make up that 90% that Randy talked about below the waterline. If your heart is not right, no one cares about your skills.
So if you want to be a leader that others want to follow, we would say start with your character. Those, again, that list Mark gave, are you teachable? Are you positive? Are you responsible? Are you courageous? Are you selfless? To me, Mark, that's a good place for me to start every day and ask myself those questions. And maybe at the end of the day, was I these things today, and make the adjustments I need to. So character again, we would both say it's foundational. It is the 90%, maybe I don't know if we want to put percentages on it, but it's a big deal.
Hey, if you're serious about growing as a leader, we'd love to help. We built the Lead Everyday Academy just for you. It's video-based, practical, and it'll walk you through the entire operating system. Try it free for 30 days. Click the link to get started.